Thank you, Julie. Okay, you know what? I am so excited that you asked me to do this because this Clinical Solutions is just a game changer for everybody. And I mean everybody, young, old, skinny, fat, whatever. It's for everybody. So I'm going to just do a real quick review on the retinol. This is not retinol 0.5 is not what we're going to discuss today, but the retinol 0.5 is pure retinol. And then we have our hydrator that came out last time as with the first batch of boosters, the first two, and it's a HA and ceramide hydrator. Now, I call these buddies because that was a good term that Brenda Austin taught us. Brenda Austin is a Cadillac driving director, but she is an esthetician and a nurse. And she uses Mary Kay in her traveling esthetician services. So she has really studied up on this and she's taught us a lot. And I want to pass this on to you because I've incorporated a little bit of what I already knew and a little bit of a lot of what she taught us. So the HA and ceramide hydrator is the one with the blue writing. We know that. And I remember that because blue is like blue water. So it's a hydrator. That's how we can remember the blue. So it's for everybody. It's for whether you're oily or dry, whether you have young skin or old skin. And I'll explain that in just a moment. But it is for everybody. And it is to be applied last over the other booster that you use. And it is good to use with any of the boosters and all of the boosters. And it's also good to use with your retinol 0.5 if you can't use a facial milk. I love the facial milk, but there are some people that can't use it. So they can use a hydrator instead. It has hyaluronic acid in it. And hyaluronic acid is a structure support for the skin. It's a tiny molecule and it carries 1,000 times its weight in water. That's how powerful it is. So the ceramide is the other ingredient, and it's a lipid. It communicates with your skin, and if you're too dry, it says, oh, you need to produce more oil. And if you're too moist or too oily, rather, it says, oh, no more, we're good. Don't produce any more oil. So it is a regulator of your oil production, and that's why an oily skin person can use the hydrator with any of the boosters. Now, it also, the ceramide prevents a loss of moisture from your skin. So you're going to hear a lot about TEWL. That's TEWL. TEWL stands for transepidermal water loss. And they call it in the industry, they call it TEWL. And you want to prevent that transepidermal water loss. And the ceramides help prevent that. And then it also has the sugar squalene in it. The squalene is made to lock the moisture in when you make contact with it with a serum or a moisturizer. So when you put your hydrator on, some of you may have noticed it's kind of sticky. If you notice that and you think, oh, I don't like that feeling. Well, it's made that way on purpose. And it locks in all of that moisture when you put your serum or your moisturizer in it, on top of it. So that causes it not to be sticky anymore. And a lot of us didn't know that. And we were wondering, why does it feel sticky? So if you're using your hydrator and you realize, oh, I'm still sticky, it's because you have forgotten a step. You have forgotten your serum or you have forgotten your moisturizer. Go back and put that on. Let's see, you use it with the retinol, you use it, it calms irritation. If you have a rash, it will calm that. It'll calm adult acne because that's an irritation. And you use it over all the other boosters before your serum, before your moisturizer. Okay, so that's the hydrator. I want to review that. That's an important one because everybody uses it no matter what, and they all use it over the other booster. Now, the second one that we had last time was out of the two new ones is the vitamin C plus resveratrol line. And it is line reducer. And it is the purple writing. And you can remember purple meaning royalty, meaning the perfect smooth skin that you want, no lines or wrinkles. So think of royalty when you think purple, and it's a line reducer. Now this is for specific wrinkles to continue after you have retinized, or if you can't use retinol 0.5, you can use this instead of retinol 0.5. And you need to use the Skin Analyzer app. If you use the Skin Analyzer app, it's going to show you, and it's going to be a benchmark on where the fine lines and wrinkles are, where your skin dryness or oiliness is. It is this skin app is apparently the best in the industry. You can pay for a skin app. The estheticians are offered a skin app when they go through school, but it costs a lot of money. And she said it is not nearly as good as the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer app. So that's the one that she uses in her practice. And it serves as that benchmark. Well, you can use that app, and you can have your customers use that app, and that will be your benchmark. That's your basis to start from. And then 6 months later, with the consistency of the boosters or the retinol or whatever you're using, your Time-Wise Repair, you can take another one. She can take another one, and you'll see the progress there. So it's totally free. And all you have to do is go on to the Apple App Store or the Google Play App Store and download it. That's it. It's far superior. So the vitamin C and resveratrol, it is for all skin types. It is for sensitive skin. The first ingredient, vitamin C, it helps prevent the tool, okay, the transepidermal water loss. It is it smooths out the wrinkles by plumping the skin up. So it plumps as well as hydrates. It hydrates some, not a lot, but it hydrates some, and it fights the damage by the sun, the damage of pollution, the damage of your diet, your environment, smoke, whatever you're around. It fights that damage, and it reverses the damage, and that leads to the aging. The vitamin C is the best antioxidant that we know of, and it minimizes sagging of the skin. So that collagen production is what prevents sagging of the skin, and it actually gives strength that lifts against gravity for the collagen production. Now, the third ingredient is they add in the resveratrol. And that is a plant protein. And if you cut the stem of a plant, those little protein molecules go to work, and they repair that stem. They work to repair the damage. Well, it does that on our skin as well. It repairs the damage. It reverses the UV damage. It even reverses pigmentation, even though they don't claim this for the line reducer, but it does help to brighten the skin. And it hydrates, it plumps, it lifts. So it takes it out of the need for the repair and puts you into the 3D mode if you use it consistently for a long time. Of course, you don't want to get out of the repair. Even if you're a younger person, you don't want to get out of the Time-Wise Repair, because it'd be like your blood pressure medicine. If someone were on blood pressure medicine, they wouldn't stop taking it just because their blood pressure went down. They would keep taking it. Well, your Time-Wise Repair and all of these boosters can get you to the point where you're out of that Mary Kay Skin app into a different category, and they recommend 3D instead of Time-Wise Repair. But you want to stay with the ultimate, which is the repair. So as far as I'm concerned, everyone needs a repair unless they're in Clearproof or something, or naturally. Okay, so let's go to the new boosters, you guys. These new, they have knocked it out of the park. This is so exciting. I could see where Mary Kay would become the #1 in the world with these boosters, because they have the finest ingredients. They have the ultimate treatment of skin and repair. And the price range that we have is unheard of for our price. So one of the new ones is the ferulic and niacinamide brightener. Now that's orange. Orange is for sunshine. So you can always think the orange one is the brightener, like the sun. It has 3 key ingredients. Okay. One, of course, is ferulic acid. And that's like a Mario power boost, like the game of Mario, where they referred to the power boost in Mario. And of course, I'm probably showing my age there because that's what it was in there when I had young kids. That's what we watched. But the ferulic acid is an antioxidant. It's a vitamin C protector or guard against the vitamin C degrading because, well, I'll come back to that. It gives vitamin A, C, and E the power boost that it needs. It prevents skin cancer because it causes the cell turnover quickly, and it makes sure that the cells are protected and not getting any worse if you have bad skin cells. So if you are a high risk of skin cancer, or if you've had skin cancer, or if you tan a lot, tan means damaged skin, okay, then you want this in your arsenal. You've got to have this in your arsenal because it repairs with new cell turnover and it builds protection and rebuilding of the skin cells. Now, if you're tanned, like I said, your skin is damaged, and the darker you are, the more damage that this does, and it goes in and stops the cell damage process. But let's see, I was going to come back to vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C, it's the industry's challenge has always been across the board to help the vitamin C stay intact and not degrade. Because when it's exposed to the air, it degrades. So this ferulic acid prevents that degrading of the vitamin C. That's why it's so important to have it in there. And that's why when you buy a vitamin C supplement over the counter at a department store, and it's in a clear jar or even an amber jar bottle, you're not going to be getting pure vitamin C. Mary Kay is leading in the industry. We led with those little vitamin C squares that we had. And that's when we first discovered how important it was to keep that vitamin C intact and not deteriorated. Now, the second ingredient is niacinamide. And niacinamide works like a ceramide in the hydrator works. It regulates your oil production. So if you're oily, it's going to tell your skin, whoa, we don't need any more oil. So your skin will stop producing that. And if you're dry, it will talk to your skin and say, I need more oil. Let's produce more oil. So it regulates that production and it locks some moisture in, just like the sugar squalene does, to form that barrier on the skin barrier to prevent the evaporation, and it redistributes that moisture into the skin. So that's a regulator too with your moisture. And you use this wherever it's needed, whenever it's needed, and it seals like the hydrator. Now, the third ingredient is navy bean extract. And we all know that Mary Kay has a patent on navy bean extract. They're the ones that discovered the brightening and lightening ability of that. So how it works, the other ingredients are constantly sloughing off the dead skin cells. And how deep the spot is determines how long it's going to take for results from the navy bean extract. So if your sister sees results in less time than you, and you've been using it longer, it's because your spots are deeper. It just takes more consistency and longer use, and it will eventually cause the brown spots to rise to the surface and it will slough them off. But it also is an anti-inflammatory. So if you have acne or psoriasis, it stops the process that causes the inflammation that aggravates that area of the skin. So it stops the process that causes the inflammation. So that niacinamide is real important with inflammation. And it has a naturally brightening ability. So and I said niacinamide, the navy bean extract as well. They work together. But navy bean extract also has a naturally brightening result for uneven skin tone, for blotchiness and spots, for brightening overall the skin, okay? So you can even use it on your arms if you have sunspots. I think Julie's using it on an area on an arm, and I am too. All of us are. but that is the patented Mary Kay navy bean extract that is in that brightener, and that's orange writing for sunshine. So remember that. Now, the second new one that we have is a phenomenal resurfacer. You know, some people can't use the retinol for whatever reason, and the resurfacer is a little different than all of the others. All of the others you use 2 times a day. Okay, the hydrator and all of them you use 2 times a day. But the resurfacer is different. You only use it 3 times a week, much like you would the microdermabrasion or the Reveal Radiance peel and the Timewise Repair line. So only 3 times a week, and you never mix it. Never mix it with the others, except the hydrator you put over the top of it, and you never mix it with the retinol 0.5. So you can there is a way to use them separately, but you just keep in mind you don't mix them. Now, the green writing, you can think of green writing as green grass. It grows, it replaces the other grass. Well, this is green, so it's replacing the skin. So it's easy to remember green grass when you talk about the resurfacer, and it has green writing. Let's see here. I want you to make sure you know this is not better or above the retinol 0.5. The retinol 0.5 clinical solutions program is the top of the line, the best of the best. It does what all of this does. You can use a hydrator booster with it, but it does what it all does combined. You don't have to separate it out and use different boosters. So it is a cream of the crop, and you can use the retinol 0.5 and get even faster and better results if you can use it. If you can't use it, or if you have already been retinized and you want to continue in between retinization processes, then you can use this resurfacer instead of the retinol. So it's kind of like a leave-on peel that you don't rinse off. You sleep with it, and you use it at night. And the difference between this and your retinol 0.5 is it has a humectant in it. And so it doesn't sting or burn. It's safe for sensitive skin. So when you're really, really sensitive, the humectant in this resurfacer calms the skin and helps you have a little bit more moisture. You can even combine it with of course, your moisturizer also helps with that because it's combined. Now, you use it only at night. Like I said, you don't put any sun exposure on your skin while you're using it, and you always use a sunscreen with it. It does some really serious sloughing off dead skin cells. The PHA in it is a polyhydroxy acid. Now, that is a chemical exfoliant, and dying skin cells love to cling to the live skin cells. The cell walls cave in, they start to die, they cling to those live skin cells to save themselves, and they just suck the life out of your live skin cells. So it's real important to slough them off and get rid of them. And that's why we use the Skinvigorate system with the Sonic skincare brush. That's why we always make sure to not just use our fingers to wash our face with our cleanser. We've got to get rid of those dead skin cells that are clinging on really tight. And this resurfacer helps to loosen them so that they do release. If you don't release them, you're going to be clogging pores more. And the deeper it exfoliates, the more clogged pores you can get sometimes if you're not using it consistently and religiously so that it can continue to slough those off. So consistency is really important with this resurfacer. If you just use it 3 times a week and then skip a week or 2, you're going to wind up with clogged pores. So you need to use it consistently to get rid of the dead skin cells. The molecules in the polyhydroxy acid are way bigger. So they work gently on the surface of the skin. And that's a gentle exfoliation. And they're so large, they can't work on the deeper part of the skin. And let's see here. I've got some more notes on that. Oh, we get rid of impurities of our skin. It's the biggest organ that we have, right? So it filters the impurities. It protects our skin. We filter impurities with our sweat. it's just a really important part of our immune system, not allowing, we keep our skin barrier safe and strong, and it doesn't allow all of those toxins and viruses to come in. Same reason we use exfoliant on our lips, so that we don't ingest the outside impurities that could, and viruses. So if there's a rash on your skin, that means the skin barrier has been broken there, and it is susceptible to things coming into the skin that aren't healthy for the skin. So it's compromised, and you want the skin barrier protection to be built up. So this PHA helps to, it undoes the free radicals that would be coming in and contaminating that area. Now, our next ingredient in there is AHA, is alpha hydroxy exfoliant. The alpha hydroxy acid promotes cell production and blood flow to the skin area. Another reason if you have a rash or acne. It corrects discoloration. It removes fine lines by sloughing off the caved in dead skin cells that don't want to leave. And it helps new collagen fibers rise to the top so that the old dying collagen is eliminated. Yes, we have new collagen built all the time too. So it's great for adult acne because it helps with the inflammation and the clogging of the pores. But consistency is a must. I can't say that enough. You use it 3 times a week, night only, not 2 nights in a row. You skip a night in between. So it's just like just think microdermabrasion, Reveal Radiance Peel, use it just like that. You never mix it with the other retinols. And the last ingredient in that is glycerin. And glycerin is a humectant, and that means that it attracts water from the air. So it can go from the air if you have moisture in the air. If you don't have moisture in the air and you're in a really dry environment, it will go deep into the skin and get moisture from the skin and bring it to the surface. So that's the job that a humectant does. And remember, humectants and hydration is different than moisturizer. They're totally different. So kind of like your charcoal mask, you know, it will suck up the impurities and then it gets rid of those impurities, carrying them away. Well, your glycerin helps you to leave well, it helps you to get rid of it helps you to prevent the moisture loss. And it keeps that moisture, it holds that there where it is, and then it redistributes it so that your skin can use it elsewhere. So it makes sure that it carries that moisture away to where it belongs, just like the charcoal mask carries the impurities away. Okay, so the glycerin also allows you to sleep in the peel instead of having to rinse it off like you would the Time-Wise Repair Radiance Peel. You have to rinse that off after 10 or 12 minutes. But the glycerin allows you to keep this resurfacer on the skin all that time during the night. And here's another plus. It helps with wound healing. Because of the hydration and the redistribution of the hydration, and because of the skin cell reproduction, it helps you heal any wounds that you have on your skin. So that can be acne, it can be anything like that. So what does all this mean? In closing, you want to use your Skin Analyzer app. We're going to kind of summarize everything. So everyone needs to use that Skin Analyzer app. If you don't have it on your phone, you need to get it on your phone, and you need to do all you can to bribe your customers to get this on the phone. And that's what I'm currently doing now, is bribing them to get this app downloaded and offering a prize if they do. So the HA ceramide hydration, the blue, meaning the water, is the first one that we talked about, and everybody needs that, whether they're oily or dry. You put your booster on, then you put your serum on, then you put your hydration booster on over that. I mean, your hydration booster on, then your serum, and then your moisturizer over that. Your vitamin C resveratrol, the purple one for royalty, it helps with fine lines and wrinkles, and it lifts and it plumps and it firms. Your new one, the ferulic acid niacinamide is a brightener, is orange for sunshine. It lightens the spots. It evens the skin tone. It's a power boost to your other ingredients, your A, C, and E, and all that. It's something you need in your arsenal for preventing skin cancer. And it has a navy bean extract in it, which only Mary Kay consultants can offer to their customers. And then finally, number 4 is the new PHA AHA resurfacer. That's green, meaning new grass. You don't mix it or wear it with any other retinol or booster other than the hydrator. It's a chemical exfoliation that goes deep. You have to wear sunscreen with it. Use it 3 times a week, never 2 days in a row. It's for sensitive skin that can't use the retinol. If you don't have sensitive skin and you can use the retinol, then you need to start with the retinol, not with this. And you don't mix it with any other retinol or brightener. And there is a way that you can use your other 2 boosters with that, but I won't get into that because that's a little more advanced, and you just need to stay with what we know is something to start with. So all of that is, I hope you took notes, because all of that is so very valuable in our business. It is like the best of the best, you guys. You are with the right company. There's just nothing like that out there. There's nothing in the world out there that does what these do in a set like we can get. And everyone needs these. Everybody needs one thing or another out of this. So please tell your customers about this, because they do not understand the power that these products are holding for them. They just don't understand. And it's up to you as a consultant to learn about these so you can share it, and to use these so that you can talk about it. It's going to be so powerful in your business.